My daughter's science teacher claimed her project wasn't original. A virtual meeting with my esteemed colleague, a Nobel laureate, left the teacher stunned. I, a 43-year-old father, have always strived to balance encouraging my children to achieve greatness while allowing them to carve their own paths. My daughter, a high school sophomore with a deep love for science, came home last month thrilled about her science fair project concept. She planned to investigate how recent advancements in quantum computing could impact cancer therapies. It was an ambitious goal, but she's always set her sights high. She devoted weeks to research, staying up late poring over academic articles and crafting her proposal. I provided advice when she sought it, but ensured the project remained her own. As a researcher myself, I understand how crucial it is for young minds to develop their own perspectives and ideas. When she submitted her proposal, I was genuinely amazed. It demonstrated a sophisticated grasp of complex topics and drew insightful connections between disciplines that even some of my peers would admire. As a parent, I felt immense pride watching my child excel in something she loves. Then, an email arrived from her science teacher. She requested a meeting to discuss concerns about the originality of my daughter's work. My daughter was heartbroken when I shared the message. Tears filled her eyes as she insisted she hadn't copied anything. "Dad, I referenced everything correctly. I worked so hard. Why doesn't she trust me?" she said. I believed her without question. I'd seen her dedication, watched her wrestle with intricate concepts, and witnessed her find her own solutions. This wasn't plagiarism. It was a teacher who doubted a 16-year-old could produce such advanced work. "I'll take care of it," I told her, keeping my frustration in check. "We'll resolve this." I responded to the email, proposing a virtual meeting, and received a reply scheduling it for the next afternoon. My daughter asked to join the call, and I agreed. She deserved to defend her work. The teacher appeared on screen right on time, her face stern behind wire-framed glasses. My daughter sat quietly beside me, unusually reserved. "Thank you for meeting to address this issue," the teacher began formally. "I've taught advanced science for over a decade, and I can tell when a student's work surpasses their abilities." I felt my daughter stiffen beside me, but gave her a reassuring look before replying. "I understand your concerns," I said calmly, "but I assure you my daughter completed this project herself. I've observed her research process closely." The teacher's expression didn't soften. "With respect, the theoretical framework in her proposal includes concepts currently explored at the graduate level. The links between quantum computing algorithms and protein folding for targeted drug delivery are highly advanced, far beyond what's typical for high school. So your claim rests on the quality of her work, not any concrete evidence of plagiarism?" I asked, struggling to keep my tone even. "I ran her proposal through our plagiarism detection tool and nothing was flagged," she admitted. "But that doesn't rule out excessive external assistance. Her ideas closely resemble cutting-edge research." My daughter finally spoke, her voice soft but firm. "I cited all my sources. I studied papers from MIT and a university quantum computing group. I didn't copy, I just tried to link ideas that seemed logical to me." The teacher's eyebrows lifted slightly. "You're saying a high school sophomore fully understood MIT-level academic papers?" That's when inspiration struck. "My daughter didn't plagiarize," I said, "but she did have access to some unique resources. Would it help if I brought in an expert to confirm the originality and viability of her approach?" The teacher nodded, though her doubt was clear. "That could be useful, yes." "Great. Can we meet again tomorrow, same time? I'd like to include a colleague who's an expert in this field." After she agreed, we ended the call. My daughter turned to me, a mix of curiosity and hope in her eyes. "Who are you bringing? Dr. Chen from your lab?" I smiled. "No, someone with a bit more expertise." That evening, I reached out to a longtime friend from my postdoctoral days, now an MIT professor and a Nobel Prize winner for his work on quantum applications in biology. We'd kept in touch, and he was always eager to support young learners. When I explained the situation, he was enthusiastic about helping. "Send me her proposal," he said. "I'd like to review it before the meeting." Later that night, he emailed back. "This is truly impressive for anyone, especially a high schooler. It has some rough spots, as expected, but the core ideas reflect genuine insight. I'm happy to speak with her teacher." The next day, my daughter and I sat down for the follow-up call. The teacher joined promptly, her expression suggesting she expected a standard parent defending their child. "Thank you for arranging this follow-up," I began. "As I mentioned, I've invited a colleague to discuss the concepts in my daughter's proposal." I sent a quick message, and moments later our guest joined the call. The teacher's eyes widened as she recognized him instantly. "Good afternoon," my friend said warmly. "I'm thrilled to discuss this young scientist's work. I've reviewed her proposal thoroughly." The teacher seemed momentarily at a loss for words before recovering. "This is surprising. Thank you for joining us, Professor. Your work is well known in our department." "Let's get to it," he continued. "This proposal demonstrates remarkable originality. It builds on existing research, as all science does, but the connections between quantum computing methods and cancer treatment pathways show innovative thinking. With some polishing, parts of this could contribute to the field." He went on to highlight specific elements of her proposal, noting where her ideas aligned with current studies and where she'd made creative leaps. My daughter's face shifted from nervous to confident, while the teacher's expression grew increasingly surprised. "The technical details aren't flawless," he noted, "which is normal for a student at this level. But the scientific intuition here is exactly what we want in young researchers. This is undeniably original work, properly cited, though clearly informed by existing literature." The teacher cleared her throat. "I appreciate your evaluation, Professor. I didn't expect to have work reviewed by someone of your stature." "Science education is something I care deeply about," he replied simply. "Fostering real curiosity is important to me." He turned to my daughter. "You have a strong approach here. If you're interested, I can connect you with a doctoral student in my lab working on similar topics. They could suggest resources to refine your methods." My daughter's face lit up. "Really? That would be incredible." The teacher, now visibly uneasy, shifted in her seat. "This certainly changes my perspective. I apologize if I was too quick to judge." "Scientific skepticism has its place," my friend said diplomatically, "but so does recognizing talent, especially when it appears unexpectedly." After a brief discussion about next steps for the project, we thanked him, and he left the call, promising to send my daughter additional resources. Once it was just the three of us, the teacher's demeanor had completely changed. "I owe you both an apology," she said sincerely. "I made unfair assumptions. Your proposal was so advanced that I couldn't believe a student did it without significant help." My daughter responded kindly. "I understand why you were skeptical. It's okay." "It's not okay," the teacher insisted. "I should have asked more questions before accusing you. Your project is approved, and I'm happy to offer any support you need moving forward." After the call, my daughter turned to me, emotions swirling on her face. "Dad, I can't believe you got him to join. That was incredible." I shrugged. "Sometimes people need a wake-up call. You did the work. You deserve to be taken seriously." She paused. The teacher seemed really embarrassed. "She made a mistake," I said carefully. "Teachers are human too. What matters is that she owned up to it and is now supporting your project." "Do you think he meant it? About connecting me with someone from his lab?" "Absolutely. He doesn't make offers like that lightly." Sure enough, the next day, my daughter received an email introducing her to one of his doctoral students. Over the next few weeks, they had multiple video calls about her project, significantly deepening her understanding of the topic. The science fair arrived 2 months later. My daughter's project didn't take first place. That went to an innovative engineering solution for local water quality issues. But she earned special recognition from the university judges and an invitation to visit the quantum computing lab at the state university. More importantly, she gained valuable lessons: that her ideas have worth, that authority figures can be wrong, and that having someone believe in you can make all the difference. The teacher's approach seemed to shift after the experience. Other parents told me she became more supportive of bold projects and quicker to offer resources rather than doubt when students tackled complex topics. Nearly a year later, my daughter rushed into the house, waving an acceptance letter for a prestigious summer program in computational biology at MIT. The recommendation from my Nobel laureate friend certainly helped, but her project and subsequent efforts truly secured her spot. As she excitedly called her friends to share the news, I reflected on how things might have turned out if we'd accepted the teacher's initial judgment. Sometimes, standing up for yourself means finding the right allies to help others see your true potential. And sometimes, just sometimes, the satisfaction of watching someone realize their mistake is its own unique reward. Thank you for reading. If you enjoyed this story, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to give it a like and share it with friends or family who might enjoy it too. Your support means a lot. If you have any thoughts, questions, or story ideas, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next story.